Hey Samford fans, welcome into the 2019 Samford Volleyball season preview. I'm John McAfoose, happy to be joined by Samford Volleyball head coach Keeler Chan. Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Well, when you look at last year's team, you've got a lot of talent returning, but also some key departures as well. Krista Bozing, obviously one of your big hitters, and your setter Taylor Anderton, who for a large part of the year last year led the nation in assists, and also a big middle blocker in Shayla Phillip. Obviously, it's tough to replace players of that caliber, but who might we see slide into some of those roles this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the mark of a good programmer is when you lose great seniors is you have young players that are developing and ready to step in those roles and kind of do their own thing or give their own panache. So we know we lost some great seniors last year, but we're excited about the growth and development of this group and for them to form their own identity and kind of stretch their wings. So I would say that we're looking for Corinne Meglick to step in for being the starting setter for us for Taylor, and Krista Bozing might be like by committee. We're still in the throes of that. And then the middles, we've been developing some young middles. So, we have two middles with Sierra and Bree Holmes. They played a lot last year. So, we like those. And Sinclair's really playing well too. So, we have three capable middles that hopefully they've all developed well and we've done our job and now they're ready to take in those roles.
You've got a group of 4 seniors this year. What do they bring to the program, not just on the court, but from a leadership perspective off the court?
A lot. I think these girls have only known us. And I don't know how much that plays into it, but I think that there's a level of believability and trust that they have with us innately, and they realize the things that we've done, we've shown that we can move the dial with them and get them and improve them, and our team has had success. But every year we have to be careful with that. It's something we have to tend and create that culture. But I like the senior group. They've been through a lot of throws. They know how to win. They know what it takes to win at our level. But we're looking to do other things. We're looking to climb mountains that we've never done here at Samford. So they have a lot of work ahead of them.
One of the key underclassmen certainly is Lauren Deaton, coming off a huge freshman year where she was SoCon Freshman of the Year. What can you expect from her in her follow-up in her sophomore campaign?
She's gonna have to be good. She's gonna have to be really good. So that we recruited her, and she's did a really great job last year, and she has a lot of work in front of her to be a leader and to increase her role, maybe not necessarily on the floor, but within the program structure. But we expect great things from Lauren. She's a wonderful young lady with a bright future and is definitely one of the leaders within our program right now.
And you got a lot of new faces this year as well. 6 freshmen. I know you've kind of gotten bit by the injury bug a little bit, and Kenya McWhorter out for the season with an Achilles injury. But the rest of that group, what have you kind of seen from them, and who might make an early impact?
They all have a potential to make an early impact. And we're going to need them all to be very good. When Kenya went down for the year, it was very unfortunate. But we're going to need the team to develop and evolve roles, and we're going to have to do things that we weren't really particularly prepared to do, but I think that's kind of the fun piece. But I'm excited. We have Grace Theismann coming in and filling in as a left side now, and she's played left her whole life except when she got here, so I think she's enjoying that challenge. And I think Sarah Hayes Farley's those two players they're gonna have to develop along with Cam Pierce to really help us when Kenya went down. So if we can get those girls going, I think we have a really good chance. And we have some good little people, some bumpers, and they're really talented. So we're really thrilled with them so far.
When you look at the non-conference schedule, you do have a home tournament here in a couple of weeks against all in-state teams, but one of the highlights certainly is how you kick off the season. You're going to Arizona in a week, and you're going to see some pretty stiff competition in that tournament.
For sure. Every year I think you have to go through tough times to see how tough you are. A lot of people say that tough people get through tough times, but I don't know how you do that if you're not tested. So one of our goals is to test ourselves to see where we're at. So we'll go out and play Arizona. Dave and company, I know them really well, the University of Arizona coach. He and I are good friends, and that's a good tournament. LMU is a very good team out of the West Coast Conference, and then we play App State, which is kind of funny, since they're somewhat local to us. But yeah, it's a very good tournament. I mean, our non-conference is very good. We have a lot of good teams that are going to push us and challenge us, and we're going to have to show our mettle and develop through these weeks to know that we can be very good when it matters most in the SoCon.
When you look at the SoCon, what do you kind of expect from the rest of the league? Who are maybe some of the teams to keep an eye on?
It's a wild year. There were a lot of graduations and a lot of, I think there's about 4 or 5 teams that legitimately have a chance to do very well in the SoCon this year. And their team's getting better. So, I think the SoCon is really, for the first time in a while, I think, it's going to be hard to tell, So I think we're one of those 4 or 5, but it's going to come down to development, people staying healthy, team chemistry, and developing the culture that drives you to improve throughout the course of the year.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Great, thank you. Go Bulldogs.
Bulldogs will kick off their season next week at the Arizona Invitational. They'll be back here at the Pete Hanna Center on September 6th for their home opener. I'm John McAfoose, and this has been your 2019 Samford Volleyball Season Preview.